Welcome to Coach Gunny, the show that covers all things coaching. And here we go at the greatest and oldest rugby league club in Queensland, the Fortitude Valley Rugby League Club, my old club. Okay, today in Coach in Focus, we've got Riffy Puru, Head of Coaching at Fortitude Valley Diehard. Gun analysis, we have the important issue of player safety, AFL, W and AFL men through contact. We've got Gunny's tips. And so I might say, come on everyone, put the keys in, kick it in the guts, and as we say, roll the tape. Righto, here we are, Coach in Focus. Coach Gunny here with my old mate Riffy Puru. Now Riffy, I've got to tell you, okay, is an exceptionally talented coach. Bit like myself though, more famous overseas than here. Japanese rugby union goes over there for a week now and again. Mate, you've had a good career, if nothing else. Can you just tell us though, comparing the Japanese players to these blokes here, give us a little insight.
Well, Japanese rugby is all about regimental stuff, and it's very disciplined.
Disciplined?
Extremely. Actually, when I was in Japan, Brad Thorne was part of the team.
Yeah.
And he actually was not allowed to train in the gym because he was too loud when he trained. So he had to do it outside of hours.
Coach in Focus. Brad Thorne, now coach of the Queensland Reds, too loud. And he was a disciplined player.
He was. So he trained by himself. He had a couple of the imports, but yeah, he was there.
And you were there mainly for defence.
Yes.
But how did you get them, if they were so regimented, how did you get them to think a bit outside the box in regards to decision making?
When you coach in Japan as an importer coach, you actually have to talk to their coaches.
Got it.
You tell them what you believe is good for them.
Okay.
So you spend a lot of time on pen and paper and more than on players.
Okay, and did you get to know a bit more about their culture though?
Yeah. We were on the surf side type thing.
Yeah.
And up there it's a little bit different. Like they're still men are strong and women are weak type thing. They're still in that,
right, really?
that era. Yeah. Not as bad, but yeah.
Okay.
They're it was hard to work it out.
Okay.
But it was fun. And it's a beautiful place. Never wanted to go to Japan, but when I got there, I want to go back.
You want to go back?
All the time.
Move there?
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome.
Okay, down here tonight, Coach Gunny, we've met Riffy Puru. Mate, we started all guns blazing, dare I say it, guns blazing, gun engagement. Beautiful start to the season, but of course, all these men, they work hard all day, start of the week, they're tired, okay? Things have dropped off a little bit. Okay, spoke to Riffy last night, heading to England soon, Riffy. Want one more session out of me? Oh, please, Gunny, come down. Okay. Jeez, you're good, aren't you? Have a look at you. Hey, look at me. I can't have a crawl. Wait, pop down. Yeah, here we go. Pop down. Crawl, hands and feet. Under it. Okay, go for a little jog backwards. Are you happy? Oh, I think I'm pretty happy. Fine. Guys, it's end ball. So you guys are going that way. All you got to do is get the ball, which is this vortex over that line. If you drop it though, it's a changeover. This man here in green, where is he? Okay, he's a floater. Okay, that means he's always on what side? Which side? Attacking side. Okay, righto. Okay, you've seen it out there, okay, you heard it and you felt it too. A bit of mirth, a bit of passion again. Okay, sometimes you've just got to freshen them up by getting them together once more in a different environment. You've been big in the actions, not the words from the start.
That's it.
And they've been doing it well.
Yeah. You've been a big influence to them though. You helped them develop their inner self, if you want to say that.
Okay.
And that's a good way to coach too.
Oh,
you know,
well,
because they make great footy because of the skills they have. So it's pointless us as coaches trying to change their skills. You know,
100%.
just try and adapt everyone. That's what we got to do.
Yeah, I mean, like there's that like you mentioned the human element, isn't there? I mean,
Yeah.
like if we can tap into that, they're going to become better players.
Oh yeah.
You know. Now listen, can I ask you just one direct question because
Yep.
I've got a friend of mine who's a Terry Lamb nut.
Yep.
Terry Lamb nut, and I remember him asking Alan Langer once what he was like playing against, and Alan Langer said he was a very tough competitor. Now I know you've played against him.
Yep.
Riffy, can you tell me this much? Coaching at Valleys, being the head coach here, or
Yep.
facing Terry Lamb, what's tougher?
Oh, facing Terry Lamb. That's easy. Yeah. But I didn't get him at his prime either, you know. And I was a winger and he was in the middle, so made it a little bit more different. But yeah, he was very, very skilled.
Yeah.
Very skilled. It spun me out how good he was. For a man that didn't train, by the way.
Yeah, well, because he had those knee issues,
Yeah, he had
didn't he?
bad knees, so he didn't train much.
Yeah.
He just played very good football.
Bit old school,
Yeah.
which is one of the things you've tried to think about here, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah. A good rugby league club, any good club has history, and you need your history.
And mate, and now finally, mate. Again, we're talking actions rather than words now. We were right onto the communication at the start.
Yep.
To the point where they used to annoy me saying, "We're here to communicate. That's what we're learning. You're not just communicating." But what have been the positives you've noticed in their growth?
They're all mates, actually. They're all good
All
friends,
mates.
regardless what grade.
Oh, well,
So,
that's
which is great. Like we got reserve grade players that are best mates with the open threes, and at any club I've been at, that never happens.
never happens.
No, so
Mate.
they're all good mates, and they don't mind playing in any grade.
Oh, sorry,
So-
right. See, they love it. They love it.
But
You
no,
can
there's a
offload,
lot
mate.
of boys that can play footy. They just got to get away from, like they've come to us, what I would call damaged. So
Damaged.
they're sort of pre-recorded on how to play footy. They're not thinkers.
Which is one of the things you started with,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Come on, boys, let's make decisions.
Yeah, that's it. They've got to go out there and play their game of footy, as we keep saying.
Okay.
And hopefully they can develop it and get us into the top four.
Well,
So-
I reckon they will.
Me too. I'm positive.
Okay, mate, and it's good to be back now.
Yeah,
Did you
it's
know that I'm a huge man who loves a hug?
Yes.
Nothing wrong with a bit of love. You saw it, you heard it, and one of these days get us involved, gun engagement, and you'll feel it. Okay, here we are, gun analysis. Right, look at the footage. I think a lot can be shown and thought of through this. The young man, okay, possibly one of his earlier games, I'm not sure too much, but puts the blindsided bump, okay, the hip and shoulder in the rules, okay, of Australian football. Those of you who from rugby union background in particular know that we outlawed the shoulder charge, okay, maybe at least a decade ago, probably more closer to 2 decades. In rugby league, it was less than a decade ago. Okay, my thoughts here on this are, quite frankly, that the young man possibly once again hasn't been taught enough about how to tackle. And once again, I draw you back to the times that I've come off fields in Australian football and I do stuff that I've done with under sixes. Under sixes with men and ladies, and club presidents who were great players say, Gunny, we were never taught that. Okay, that's what leads to this opportunity of the blind sided hip and shoulder. So I think it was from that side. Now, if you looked in the footage, he had plenty of time. He was tracking his opponent almost from just after the bump. Plenty of time, what we would call framing, to put that shot on and in fact get his head on the right hand side. Okay, so in other words, his right ear to the other man's body, rib cage, okay? And those of you who say, oh, he knocked the ball clear, that's all in the rules, Gunny, toughen up, toughen up. I've heard, look, the recipient, he got knocked flying, but they don't see a jolt in the head. Now, if you slow down the footage, it's the young fella given the bump, okay? He's the one with the major jolt. Okay, now that's the problem. Think about this. The rules will be changed very, very soon. I'm calling for it now. I know I'm right. The rule will be changed start, coaches, teaching your young people to tackle, because, thank you Irish Rugby Union once again, we know it's 9 out of 10 the person doing the tackle. Okay, if you slow down the footage, it's not the bloke who got the bump who gets the big jolt. It's that young man himself, okay, with a young developing brain. So guys, over to you now in the comments. We know this bit of footage has been very popular. Okay, we've had little off the cuff, comments through social media, etc. But I'm telling you right now, I'm right. This rule's going to change. Okay, tradition. I don't think you know your own tradition, by the way. Tom Willis, okay, he went to the rugby school. Okay, there were still scrums going on in 1890. Right, I want to hear from you. You tell me. Slow the footage down and tell me why that young man wasn't able to tackle. I'm telling you this reason from the old Uncle Gunny. He was never really taught how to tackle. Okay, the favourite part of the episode, Gunny's tip. This has got no number from the 46 that I gave you for my birthday anyway, which was actually 47. But, okay, it's all about reflection and the fact that you can control one thing as a coach or a teacher, your own actions. Okay, but unfortunately, most of us don't do it because, once again, we're so involved in the business instead of working on the business. Now, you've got an amazing coach, Riffy Peru, okay, goes over to Japan, works with, Brad Thorne as a player, for example, back in the day. So you've got a bloke outside of the research who can actually reflect and be aware of his own actions. Something's not working. Okay, start thinking about it. Okay, he's picked up the behaviours from the boys. Right, I need to freshen up. Okay, I myself have to own some of my own behaviour and then get Gunny or someone else involved, for example, to freshen up those boys. And look, I'm telling you, Riffy's not a person like I've seen with other coaches. All the coaches at Valleys were in there involved, watching intently, observing. I've seen other guys, arms folded, kick to kick, 45 minutes, okay, blah, blah, blah. Now, I've got to tell you one more time, guys, this is one of the non-brainers for any elite coach. Most coaches, Chris Cushion, Wade Gilbert, all these coaching academics will tell you, okay, 8 out of 10 athletes can pinpoint the coach's behaviour. Only 2 out of 10 coaches can pinpoint their own behaviour. This is where Riffy is an amazing coach. Okay, right, yep, something's not working. I've identified it through my players' actions, so now I've got to think about myself. Right, Gunny, I'm on the blower. We need you, mate. What can you do? Okay, we had a little bit of a brainstorm and we decided freshen them up at the start and get them back together. Okay, fully enhance those social interactions they've already got. They love each other, but take it into the gym. Okay, that's their actions. Who's trying? Oh, I'm trying. Put those hands down. The Muppets, they try. We do. Okay, once again, we can control our own actions. Gun tip, okay, maybe 1.88 through to Z, okay, outside of the actual videoing where you can actually learn these things. I'm telling you, that is the first thing any elite coach or any coach needs to work on is themselves, their own awareness of their own actions. Okay, Coach Gunny signing off, but don't forget before I go, okay, Gun Engagement YouTube channel, the videos are coming thick and fast on the how of coaching, not just the what, a little bit of why there of course, okay, let alone Gun Engagement Facebook, my website, okay, www.craiggunn.org, okay, yours in learning, cut the tape.